Since the dawn of time, humankind has searched the ends of the earth, looking for that one thing to fulfill that yearning within. With wisdom and patience, the beautiful people of the Philippines have discovered the answer to that question that burns within us all. What is the one thing that can bring us fulfillment, joy, happiness, and satisfaction? And the answer is Lumpia! That's right. It's Philippines' version of an egg roll. Delicious lumpia, golden, crispy, full of delicious minced vegetables, ground pork. And you got to eat it with that banana ketchup. It's amazing. But guys, I'm not going to lie. There's going to be a lot of chopping, and then you got to mix everything together and cook it, and then you got to roll it. I'm already tired. And then after you roll it, you got to fry it. But you know what, guys? It's worth it. You know why? Because at the end, what you get is a beautiful platter of delicious, crispy, golden lumpia. It's the bestest. Come on, let's try it. Okay, ingredients are pretty simple. We've got cabbage and celery. And we're also going to use some carrots and onions. Look how small that stuff is chopped up. And also, we're going to chop up some potato. And then the meat we're going to use is ground pork. And then we season everything with ginger and garlic, some soy and pepper and sesame oil, and then the egg is for egg wash. And now the wrappers. So the wrappers are important. These are spring roll wrappers or lumpia wrappers, not those egg roll wrappers. No way. We want some thin rice flour wrappers. And you can find those at any Asian store. Okay, it's time to prepare everything for the filling. We have to chop up all those vegetables, and this is why my husband is the bestest. You're about to see him chopping by hand all of the vegetables for the filling into a small, fine mince. Just look at those knife skills. Amazing. And I learned how to make lumpia from my mom. She's made millions of them. And if you asked her, why do you have to chop everything by hand? It's a lot of work. She would tell you, because that's how you make lumpia. And she would also say, because that's how you make it delicious. And if you asked her, well, why can't we just use a food processor? She would probably say that would make you a kahahian sa pamilya. And speaking of taking shortcuts, you can buy lumpia already made, frozen in bags at a lot of Asian stores, but I'm telling you, it doesn't taste the same. I really hope you tried this recipe and taste the difference of homemade. Okay, so let's go ahead and start cooking. What we're going to do is cook the ground pork first. We'll put a little bit of oil in the pan and break up the ground pork, and we're just going to cook it until it's no longer pink. And once the meat is cooked, we're going to remove it from the pan with a slotted spoon. When we'll leave the oil and juice in the pan, because that's what we're going to saute the vegetables with. And this pork was really lean, so I actually added a little bit more oil. And I started with the onions. And along with the onions, I added ginger and garlic. And also the carrots. And you just want to start sauteing, stirring everything around. Make sure everything gets a little caramelized and cooked. And I seasoned too with the soy sauce and some black pepper. And it was really starting to smell amazing. I added the potatoes, and I was noticing the colors are just beautiful. Look how small everything is chopped. And especially when I added in the celery and the cabbage, the colors, it almost looked like an impressionistic painting. So yeah, my husband's not just a chef, he's really an artist. Okay, it's all looking good. We're all done here. We just need to season with the soy sauce and some sesame oil. And this is what you end up with, a filling that is not mushy. All the vegetables are delicious, and we're ready to go. We can start rolling it up. So we need to make an egg wash. And that's just the glue that's going to hold the wrapper together when we roll up the lumpia. I just mix an egg with a spoon of water, and that's going to be what we use. Okay, so here are the wrappers. These are made of rice flour and water. They're very pliable, but they're also very stuck together. So let's peel them apart, and I'll show you what to do. They're thin, and they're not as delicate as you think. They're very stretchy, so you can use them a couple of different ways. Just make sure that while you work with them, you keep them covered with a damp towel. And you can leave the wrappers just like this, or you can do what my mom usually does, which is you can cut them in half. So instead of making 40 big lumpia, you can make 80 smaller lumpia. And same thing, you just peel them apart and make sure you keep them covered with a damp cloth. And you could peel the wrappers as you go or ahead of time. While you're doing this part of it, your filling should be cooling off because you don't want to roll the hot filling. It'll break apart the wrappers, okay? So I'll show you how to wrap the lumpia. My mom taught me this. You kind of roll it up like you're folding an envelope, and you just want to fold towards a point. So you don't put very much filling inside. You just make sure you have your filling and your egg wash ready to go. And you'll only put about a spoon or so of the filling in the wrapper. What you do is you fold the bottom to the top, and then you fold in the sides up to the point. And then we'll glue it together with that egg wash. So you can kind of see what I'm doing. As I roll it, I pull it back towards me so it's tightly rolled. And just take a look. It's not too difficult. I know you can do it. Let's try it. Okay, so that's the first one rolled. What do you think? Not too bad. Not too good, but not too bad. And I'm going to show you too how to do one of the half sheets. So you still put a spoon at the bottom, and you still roll it up from bottom to top and then folding in the sides. And they almost end up being the same size. It's just that there's less wrapper. So you can do either full sheet or the half sheet. And don't forget, at the end there, you always want to put the egg wash as the glue that seals everything together. And that's important so that when you fry the lumpia, it doesn't fall apart. And here's another way to fold it. You can fold the sides in first and then roll it from the bottom to the top. It works both ways. Okay, just do that 10,000 more times, and this is what you end up with. A plate of beautiful lumpia ready to fry. Okay, I'm so excited now, but we have to make sure we're ready. We've got our paper towel lined tray and our spatula and our oils between 350, 375 degrees. And we're gonna fry. Yeehaw! Yeehaw! Finally! We get to fry this lumpia after all that work. Woohoo! Woo, that looks good. Okay, we need a dipping sauce, so that's going to be our banana ketchup, of course. And we're going to try something different today, too. We're going to have our lumpia with some delicious drinks from the Philippines. Got some mango juice, and we have some calamansi juice. You know it's going to be so good. Ay, Diyos ko po, this lumpia looks amazing. Masarap ng masarap. I want to thank my husband for all of his wonderful chopping skills, and I want to thank my parents for teaching me how to make lumpia, and I want to say hello to all of my relatives in the Philippines. Kamusta ka? it's that time. We're gonna taste it. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. Okay, just look at this. Look at this. We've got that delicious, crispy, golden lumpia, our calamansi juice, and of course, some banana ketchup. It's gonna be good, guys. I can't wait to try. Let's try. Okay. I can already tell it's crispy. So, I wish you were here. Let's try it. Just listen to the crunch. It's good. It has all the savory vegetables and the juicy ground pork. That's good. I really hope you enjoyed this recipe. It's delicious and it brings back so many memories of good times with my family, and I hope you make those memories with your family too. And don't forget, ito ay gawa ng pagmamahal mula sa akin hanggang sa iyo. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And remember, it's the bestest.